Hey everybody, MichaelBtheGameGenie here, and today we're talking about old school NES, but this time in a very different way through the Nintendo Switch Online service, and the very best way to play it is with the Nintendo Entertainment System controllers directly from Nintendo. And huge news, they are officially on sale. Find out more about it right after this. So that's right, guys. Hell is officially frozen over and Nintendo are offering a sale of some sorts. They don't usually do this. Everybody knows about that Nintendo tax where if something is Nintendo, it very rarely goes on sale and you always end up paying full price for it, regardless of how long it's out. Eventually, you might get a sale on some of their first-party games, but very rarely do you get huge equipment sales. That is, however, until yesterday when something very surprising showed up on Twitter. So yesterday, as I'm scrolling through my Twitter feed, I follow Scarlet Sprites, and I noticed a response he made to somebody about an alert on Slick Deals. And Slick Deals was reporting the NES Switch controllers on sale at the Nintendo store. So the sale price was $59.99 down to $34.99. If you then headed on over to Nintendo of America's official Twitter feed, they actually have the sale there as well, the exact same one. Sale ends on February 2nd at 11:59 Pacific time, so $34.99. You go to the site and there it is. You can log in. You have to be a Nintendo Switch Online member in order to be able to purchase these controllers and to avail of the deal. So it's $34.99. I'm a huge advocate of these controllers. I've been using them for the last little while. It really makes a big difference. You can play a lot of things, but if you're not using the official controller, something just feels off. It doesn't feel the same. And something Unqualified Critic said to me one time in a video, well, he didn't say to me, he said in a video one time about even the arcade one-ups and the Nintendo Switch Online service, about playing games with the original controller, the original control schematics, the way it looks, the way it feels. Something about that just makes the experience total, and it feels better, and I've always been the same way. Sure, you can play with a lot of different ways, but playing with the official controller just makes it feel so much better. The only thing I don't like about these controllers for the original Nintendo Switch Online controllers is the way that they plugged in to charge. Like, this was just so wacky and so trendy. It has Nintendo written all over it. It's like forcing waggle controls into games when it wasn't really necessary. So, as you can see from the top of the controllers, they added these charging bars and left and right buttons. This absolutely did not need to be there, and this is the only one of these controllers that didn't just have a cable to charge it, but it is what it is. The other thing too is, I mean, you were forced to buy two of these controllers at a time. It's fine because, you know, people are going to play two-player games, but maybe that jumped up the price point a little bit more than it needed to be. $34.99 is a reasonable price for an NES controller, and especially if you're getting two. Now, for my friends like me here in Canada, our sale price is actually even a little bit better because we were paying $79.99 originally for these controllers when they first came out. That's what I paid for them. We're shot all the way down to $44.99, which is a much more swallowable price. I don't know if that's the best word to use, but it's definitely a price that sits better with me than the original $80. These things are always overpriced, so great to see that Nintendo offered this deal and to get more people into the Switch Online service. Now, hopefully, they follow up with some more NES games along with it to really tie us in for this experience, because there hasn't been many NES games released in the last little while. So that's right, guys. If this is something you're interested in, you have a Nintendo Switch Online service, and you want a more authentic experience playing some of these old school NES games on the console, go out and get these controllers. As a longtime NES fanboy, hell, I even tried to collect every single game for the system, I highly recommend these controllers. The experience, the overall experience, because the emulation is great, the games all play great, but playing with the original controller really completes it and makes the experience special for me. I myself have been kind of a lapsed NES fan for the last little while. I've kind of gotten more interested in these arcades and other things behind me, and my interest for it has kind of fallen off. But thanks to the Nintendo Switch Online service and these controllers, I've rediscovered my love for playing retro games, especially with the original controller and the original format. So, guys, you can head on over to the Nintendo store depending on where you're located, whether it's in the US, Canada. I'm sure other countries have this sale going on as well. And you can pick up this 2-pack of controllers. I'm a huge fan of this bundle. You get 2 controllers for an absolute amazing price point, and Nintendo never puts stuff like this on sale. So this is absolutely a phenomenon. Hell is frozen over, like I said in the original video. This is a great experience for anybody that's looking to rediscover their NES roots or play some of these games for the first time the way they were meant to be played. I can't recommend enough that you go and get the original controllers for the Nintendo Switch Online service, especially if you have kids and you want them to experience what we experienced growing up. This is a definite purchase. So guys, that's it for today. Just a relatively quick video. I wanted to make sure you guys were aware of this amazing sale because Nintendo sales never happen. And for retro gaming enthusiasts, there's nothing quite like this experience. If you have a Switch, you want to play NES games on the system, go get these controllers. I can't tell you overall how it will improve the experience like it did for me, but it's definitely the way to play these games. Head on over now before February 2nd and get your deal. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching today. This is Michael B. the Game Genie. Maybe I'll see you on the Switch Online service because you can actually play 2-player games remotely through it. I'll talk to you next time.